Hey everybody, it's Glenn Schofield from Sledgehammer Games, here to take you through our multiplayer trailer, which is basically like the campaign trailer, but with less talking and more killing. Actually, we just stole the original director's cut from last year's Battlefield 1 reveal and threw some text over it to make it seem like we did it. Anyways, we start off in this fiery scene with a gas mask. Damn, must have been some really bad goulash. After showing off the guns that aren't quite as big as mine, but still big, we see our first soldiers running through the pillbox, and the first of many things to trigger those conservative snowflakes. A black dude with a white dude, and he pulls out the M1 Garand with the iron sights that look like Condry's masturbatory device. To really drive home the boots on the ground, we put a camera at ankle level while running past some guy screaming for his life, so that's throwing a bone to the people that demand gore because that's some dude bro shit. Then is everyone's favorite mechanic from Battlefield 1, the bayonet charge, and turning up the hotness with the flamethrower dude showing you how burgers should be cooked, Swansea. Put that shit on the grill. Suddenly it's super cold outside with snow on the ground, so that totally disproves global warming and all that shit. You know, for not having unlimited sprint in our game, these motherfuckers are sure doing a lot of running. Makes my cardio routine look weak as fuck. Oh, and again, with the worst camera angle ever, but those boots haven't left the ground. Here's a soldier with a grease gun and then he puts a silencer on it, which is just like a condom. Takes longer to get the job done, but with the added benefit of not having to worry about later consequences for your actions. Let's toss in a grenade to a totally different building than the actual one it blows up in the next scene, because the Von Shui in this one is fucked now that that dude's missing half a leg. And we immediately take away any good feelings of gore by fucking the historical accuracy in the ass with banners of iron crosses everywhere and a female soldier calling out. Cover me! Even though it's really because we're fucking lazy and don't want to do multiple trailers for multiple different places because of restrictions. But go ahead with whatever narrative that suits your ideology, since, you know, infinite respawns are so fucking realistic too. Anyways, paratrooper kill streak, that'll be more useful than those shitty robot thingies from the last two games, and shotguns will actually be good in our game without having to use the jitter mod controller. Let's lock and load with those incendiary rounds to burn the books, just like the Nazis. See? You don't need a SWAT stick if you can catch the symbolism, people. There's the kamikaze planes confirming the Pacific Theater, as these soldiers are still fucking running, this time really taking the Columbine approach with trench coats and shotguns. Now we see the inside of a gun run kill streak on top of a World War II remake of Hijacked, and you guys are gonna fucking love this. We're not even gonna hide the fact that there's gonna be stupid melee weapons in our game, because you all know that supply drops are going to be in it eventually, so let's cut this fucking dude's head in half with a shovel. And get a closer look at the mountain division, which I thought would have been badass like the mountain in Game of Thrones, but it's really the pussies that sit up in the mountains and snipe. We didn't show off the headshot icons because you'll all probably bitch about that later anyways. It's the OG Predator missile, and here's where the war game mode is shown off. But before that, we haven't hit the quota for the Michael Bay-esque explosions yet, so here's a few more. There will be tanks confirmed in multiplayer, but unlike in World at War, where they made the maps unplayable because they were the size of small continents, this is only an objective to escort like in Safeguard, but you can hop onto the turrets, and hopefully your aim isn't as shitty as the person playing in this trailer. God damn it, Elmer Fudd, get the fuck off that thing. The Dolphin Dive is back, even though it's the worst prone mechanic ever thought of, but we didn't have any DMs to slide into during World War II, so historical accuracy, baby. Now the montage section of tanks, loud noises, explosions, and dual-wield pistols. Call of Duty World War II, out on November 3rd, but if you pre-order now, you'll get access to a private beta, which I'm told is not a skin for a soldier, you know, like private beta, but a demo of the game on August 25th on PlayStation 4 with other platforms to follow, because Activision is spelled with a $. Considering most of you aren't even playing Call of Duty anymore, we made this date early enough to entice you to throw down money for a game that's relatively the same as the past 7 iterations before we actually innovated with the EXO movement. Oh, and if you didn't see it live, we put at the beginning of the trailer all of the locations that we're showing off, including Crimea, which isn't part of Western Europe and can actually be confusing since it's a battleground in current events. Oh, and you also didn't see, when the trailer was over, the audience laughing their ass off at just how stupid that whole thing just looked.